Rob, what's up, man? Tyler and I. Charlie, you're early today, brother. Thank y'all for watching. What's going on at the shop, Charlie, while everybody's gone, or my boss man's out in Vegas? Hopefully something cool. All right. Hunter State and Dewey, surprise guest. Dewey is here today. Dewey is a damn good American. And here we go. All right. Best way to size injectors to turbo. You know what, Marvin? That is a really, really good question, and I'm terrible at that. You really, honestly, you kind of get immune to being able to do it, or not get immune to it. You just kind of get used to knowing that, hey, you know, I've got this platform truck. I know 100 horsepower injectors is probably something that needs to be in a 64 mil turbo, and that's just completely hypothetical. But it depends on the platform, because VP44s obviously deliver fuel a whole lot differently than what a common rail truck does. Common rail truck, you can get away. You can't really get away with putting huge injectors in a common rail truck, because then you're overwhelmed with CP3 pump and so on there. So you really got to set your horsepower number and kind of. If I was in common rail, I would set my horsepower number and then pick the turbo for that horsepower and then injector to it, which is kind of different from a mechanical truck where you put an old slobber knock set of injectors in a truck. It's really not that big a deal. Blake Ferguson is here. Blake is a damn good American, one of my best friends, man. Thank you for watching today, Blake. You probably get tired of listening to us yap about trucks on here, but hey, Kentucky got a big recruit today. I don't know what this kid's name is, Vondale something, I don't know. In-state recruit. He's a front runner for the Kentucky Mr. Football, 4-star recruit. We got him. He's staying in the state, so awesome thing, man. Why am I not seeing everybody's questions? Because I'm gonna click on this and pull it up. Front runner for the. Let's see. Jeff Moran, LLY or LML, in my opinion. Jeff, both of them. Really doesn't really matter. LML is a good truck. LLY is a good truck too. I don't think you really there's really not much of a difference in fuel systems and turbos on those two trucks. If you don't want to have to worry about the emissions, then you go with LLY. So my pick is LLY there. Tyler Nye says, why can't I get my air dog under 26 psi? Screw is completely backed out. Tyler, tried just unhooking your air dog and pulling the regulator back out completely, cleaning everything up, and then putting everything back together. Hopefully that'll free up your regulator for you. That's the best way to do that. I have had that happen before, and then you want to make sure that you didn't if you bought a used pump and it's set up for 12 valves or 6 O's or 7 3s, just make sure that you've got the right pump all together. Let's see. Georgia Bulldogs, Dylan Purdy. Come on, Dylan. We can't be doing that, man. 463.80 on a common rail should light fine with 124 horsepower injectors. Yes, you are right. Richard Cartmel says, am I okay running a 55 horsepower tune on my stock 6.0? Richard, there's a whole lot that goes into that, man. You've got to understand that what is the condition of your motor right now. It doesn't matter if you've already got mechanical issues like a blown head gasket or something like that. Not to start off on the worst foot. Is the tune itself going to hurt your truck? No, the tune itself is not going to hurt your truck. But here's where the tune can make a problem a whole lot worse. If you've already got some head gasket issues, depends on how your driving style. Are you familiar with getting out of the truck when the EGTs get high? What is your oil cooler status? So there's a lot that goes into that. You can't just throw a 55 horsepower tune or any tune on the truck and drive it because it says that the horsepower is safe. It depends on the mechanical status of your truck. So make sure you get that. Let's see. Jason Less says, are you all running any tunes and running any deals on tunes and monitors for the holidays? That is actually a really, really good question, Jason. I'll go into that at the end of the show right here. I'm trying to get back and forth here, man, between the comments. And I see all you all jumping in here, talking about Go Dogs. All you Georgia fans, y'all going to be going home crying this weekend. I promise you, it's going down at Commonwealth Stadium this weekend. This is going to be a bad deal. How many years have you all beat us? How many years have we, when was the last time we beat Georgia? What was it, 10 years ago, for crying out loud? Let go of it, man. Y'all don't need to play for the national championship. Kentucky needs to play for the national championship. Shit. Let's go. All right. How good is GDP tuning for towing applications? My GDP is really, really good tuning. Depends on what kind of truck that you've got, but GDP does really, really good stuff. Another really good thing about GDP is if you get something in your tuning and you want to change something, they do really, really good with customer service. So you can call us. We can try to help you if you got something mechanical going on with your truck. Something needs to be changed on the tuning end of it. You can reach out to GDP and they can advise you from there. GDP has excellent, excellent customer service. Good dudes at GDP, man. They will totally help you out. Has anyone figured out the 08 to 10 Ford 6.4 lifter and rod issues? There's a lot of different things going on there. There's obviously aftermarket rods on the 6.4. There are some aftermarket setups for the valve train on the trucks. I saw a 6.4 truck down at Galen's this weekend. We were at GNR Diesel last weekend. If any of you guys are here watching the show, and you were at GNR, it's good to meet everybody. He's got a twin turbo truck down there that he did, probably knocking on 1,000 horsepower. I don't know, 900. Totally broke Carrillo rods. I'm not saying anything about Carrillo there. I don't know all of the specifics that went into that failure, but it's definitely a thing. The 6.4 does a good job of making power, moving air too. So they're not bulletproof. Let's see. Boys, my computer is chooched today. I mean, it's literally chooched. Can you 4BT swap my Shorty van 98 Dodge Ram van to build an awesome I-beam frame two-wheel drive setup? David, I can tell you somebody that I would look out for on that. Go to autoworldmt.com. You can Google them. They're out of Montana. Autoworldmt.com. It'll switch you over to CummonsConversion.com. Really, really good people. They've got tons and tons of different engine mounts, transmission mounts for whatever application that you want. I'm sure they've got something for the van applications in there, so check them out, man. I need a headset for a 6.7 Cummins, studs and gaskets. What's the best application? Derek, I can get you genuine Cummins OE stuff if you want to do that. Then put ARP studs in with the package with you. Give us a call. We'll be glad to get you helped out on that. What's the best tuner for a 2016 Ford F350 dually? Thomas Liscombe. Thomas, there are tons and tons of different tuners out there. One of the best platforms out there that we like working with right now is EasyLink. Cloud-based tuning, and the file transfer on it is just absolutely seamless if you need to make a change. Lots of really, really smart, very good tuners that are tuning on EasyLink right now, the best in the business. Very, very good stuff with EasyLink. Gives you a little bit of room to grow too. Edge is always a good one. Just some of the main ones that are out there. SCT does very well on it too. So those are my suggestions to you on those. Just to name a few. There's none out there that I would consider bad tuning. Let's see. I see Jake on here. Hello, Jake. Just trying to get caught up, man. What's the biggest injection you can run on a stock VE Cummins motor? Derek Lackey, man. It's going to be a smoky pig if you don't do a turbo change anyway, man. You really don't have a lot of timing change that you can play with on that motor. There is some, but there's not a whole lot you can do. So, that's going to be one of your limitations. Turbo as well. I wouldn't run over a 50, 75 horsepower setup with it if you're going to be running stock lift pump and everything with the truck, because it's just going to be a smoky pig, man. It's not going to go anywhere. So you can totally go into bigger injectors. You just got to make sure that you set everything up around it correctly. Joe Mall Scout says, "Go Dogs, sick 'em." Bad deal. Logan Robinson, 2013 comes with delete. Before I bought the truck, can I do a throttle valve delete without an engine light? Logan should be able to, yes, sir. Josh Wesley, here's Josh is a damn good American. Adam Glisson says Kentucky seems to be rolling out winter blended fuel. Do you recommend running additives such as Power Shot or Stand Eye more frequently? Adam, I would suggest to run fuel additive through both winter and summer blends of fuel, lubricity, cetane rating, so on. We talk about it a lot, and do it in whatever you can afford. Man can't afford to use half a bottle of fuel additive for every tank that he fills up. So figure out where the sweet spot is for you and your truck, and go with that, man. 2008 6.7 Cummins in need of a heck. Oh, got that one. In basketball, they will, not football. No, man, we got you, bud. We got you. I know, Owen. I know, man. I know. Deer moving right now. We got that transition too. Kentucky needs to have crossbow season go. I'm a bow hunter, but I'm just not up that. I'm just not ready this year, man. I haven't shot. I haven't got it tuned in, so we've been busy. Chase Higgendorf, 07 Cummins with 1,000 horsepower. My last 800 RPMs, it lags on power. Should I upgrade my fuel rail to stop this issue, or do you think it's something else? Chase, one thing that DDP is coming out with in the next couple of weeks is their upgraded fuel rail. They're talking about quite a few, a pretty good horsepower change. When you're at that horsepower range that you are with your truck, those are the types of things that you upgrade. The small stuff, roller rockers, upgraded fuel rails, things like that, so that you're all the time looking forward to, squeeze out another 25 horsepower. So I would definitely check out the 6.7 rails. We'll have the DDP ones up here very, very soon. I expect when all the guys get back from SEMA, we should be able to do it, man. Clay Cornwell, 95 12 valve 5-speed. I have fresh rebuilt pump gauges, intake exhaust, and upgraded clutch. Ready to start in performance upgrades. What should I start with to make the most noticeable difference on a normal person's budget? That's a really, really good question, man. At this point, the one thing that you didn't say was a turbo upgrade, and that is the first thing in the 94 to 02 trucks. It seems like the guys miss. Everybody wants to go after fuel first. Now, HX35 is a very, very capable turbo, and it's a very, very efficient turbo, in my opinion. A lot of people will say that's crap. It's not. But you have to understand what the efficiency range of the turbo is, too. That being said, that's the one thing that people don't want to upgrade on those trucks, and I don't know why that is, man. Go after an upgraded turbo. Go for a 62 mil, 63 mil, depending on what your horsepower range is. The truck's going to light well. If you've got your fueling done right, it's going to drive like a sports car. You want to try to clean up as much as the fuel as you can. So try to stay in that range. Do a turbo, man. That's going to be the biggest thing. Yes, it's going to be $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 upgrade to do a turbo on that truck, but it's going to be the upgrade that you do the truck that's going to. It's just gonna put a smile on your face. So that's my suggestion for sure. Derek Lasky said, "Never mind my comment. Looked right over it. Sorry, man." I want to say to that what he said. I want you guys to understand that we try to answer everybody's questions. If I overlook somebody's question, I don't overlook them because you asked a dumb question or something like that. It's just it runs really fast on here, so I apologize for that. Let's see. Nathan Robertson, 9924 valve 5-speed. I'm needing to go through the trans. Would it be beneficial to swap it to an MV5600 since I'm already going to be in there? Pros and cons. I don't think so. With the MV5600, you're going to lower some RPMs in your cruising speed. So if you're doing a ton of highway cruising, then maybe yes, that would be the transmission to go with. I think MV4500 is bulletproof. Pretty much, if you do the right work to it, easy transmission to work on as well. So it's another good one. If you're wanting to drop some RPMs on the interstate, check out Gear Vendor's over and under drive system. That would keep you, that's probably going to help you out with, as pricing wise. You can gain some or lose some RPMs there, pick up a little bit better fuel mileage with it. So, might be the cheaper route for you, man. Robert Elliott, I have a 16 Silverado with a little turbo lag. Can I fix it? Robert, they've all got it. 11s to whatever have all got it. Throttle sensitivity booster makes a really, really big change in them. Check out the throttle sensitivity booster we have on our truck. Tuning does too. Tuning takes a lot of it away, but the throttle sensitivity booster is really, really nice. Upgrade. Tyler McCormick, I have a South Bend Street dual disc clutch in my 03 Chevy 2500 HD and am due for a clutch. Can I order and replace friction disc, or do I have to replace the whole clutch? Tyler, reach out to us. I can help you set that up and facilitate something with South Bend there. We might be able to get a rebuild done on that. So definitely check us out there. Keith Fowler, UK, beat those dogs. That's right. Lou Zender, I can't answer your question, man. Give me a call and I'll be glad to answer it for you. Christopher Pitt says, my 05 Cummins has a paddle match. What? My 05 Cummins has the pedal matched to the floor. It cuts out for about a second, then picks back up. It's got a brand new fuel pump on it. Chris, you could have something going on in one of your injectors there. Control valve, maybe an injector that's giving you fits. You want to check, make sure, number one, that you've got good lift pump pressure. You said you put a new fuel pump on it. I hope you were talking about a lift pump. So my next question for you is going to be, do you think that what's the status of your injectors, man? Make sure that you are aware of that. What size, Sam Hicks says, what size injectors for a 9812 valve? I lost you, Sam. 9812 valve for fuel mileage. Depends on timing and what you've got done to the truck. If you're looking for fuel mileage, man, don't go over a 75 horsepower injector if you're going to run in that stock timing range and you're going to stay in stock injectors. Steven Solman says 2010 LMM, 120,000 miles, built trans, dual pump, 68 mil damable charger. Looking to get bigger injectors, probably 60 over. Should I buy new or hone mine out? Balance rates are very good, seem to be in very good shape. Steven, you've already got 120,000 miles on the truck. My suggestion to you would be go with new sticks. Even at bare minimum, what we could do is we could get you into nozzles. You could send your injectors in. We could have them assembled with the nozzles, bounce and float. That might be a little bit more economical route for you. So you can totally reach out to us and we'll get you set up on that, man. We appreciate you. Appreciate the comment. I think that we just locked up. We'll see if this comes back. I think we've locked up here. Adam, if we've locked up, holler at me and let me know, please, sir. Is it dead, mate?
You're live. Keep going.
Okay.
Your computer's just locked up.
Well, my computer's locked up, so I can only answer like 3 of these questions.
Just answer what you can,
okay.
And we'll go from there. Maybe it'll come back on.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Appreciate it.
See you, bud.
Thanks, sir. See you. We're going to try to go here. I got 4 questions I'm looking at. I'm going to try to answer those. Daniel Westcamp was next. It says, are those plug-in tuners that add 30, 60, and 90 horsepower worth it? Absolutely. It doesn't matter what application that you've got, man. Tuners are going to get you a little bit better power. They're going to get you better fuel economy in some instances. Just a better running truck overall. You get the ability to read and clear diagnostic codes. So several things go into a tuner. I would definitely suggest you getting one. Daniel Peelman says 06 Cummins won't fire in the mornings. Turn the key on and off. Warming the plugs. I don't want to plug it in unless it's super, super cold. It's cold in Washington State and trucks from Indiana. Would the elevation have anything to do with it, not liking to start, or is it just time to plug it in for a few hours in the morning? Dylan, so the truck that you have actually doesn't have glow plugs. It's got an intake air heater. If your truck is struggling to start on cold mornings, I would definitely suggest go ahead and plugging it in right now. It's going to make it that much easier on the truck. Don't get it in your mind, hey, I don't want to plug it in because it's not super cold yet. What is super cold to you? If the truck wants you to plug it in, plug it in. At this point, other things you want to look for in that is you want to check your fuel filter status. What's the status of your batteries? Are both your batteries good? Check your fuel filter. Change your fuel filter going into the winter. I talk about that all the time, man. Are your injectors? How many miles are on the truck? Those could have some things to do with it. Injectors, probably not likely, but check your fuel filter. What's your lift pump pressure, and check to see if oh shoot, lost my mind. Your status of your batteries, and go from there, man. Chase, you're very welcome. Michael Johnson says 04 F250 is a fast fuel and regulated return worth the money. Yes, absolutely, Michael. If you're going to go to that next step on performance, especially injectors or something of that nature, regulated return is going to be your next step. The fast is going to be very good for you for filtering fuel, filtering out the water, just getting you fuel that doesn't have any air in it. So I definitely would do the fast. We're back, boys. We're back. DV Gerard says 1067 comes to lead. I'm getting a lot of fuel rail chatter when letting off the throttle. Should I install a fuel rail plug? DV, I don't know necessarily that that's what you've got going on. 2010. Are you tripping the fuel rail cascade valve? Are you tripping it? If you're tripping it, you've already compromised the rail plug itself, so you're probably going to continue to get worse and worse and worse when you're top end. So the chatter could definitely be coming from the injectors too. So don't overlook that, man. 12 Cummins, trucks fully deleted, swapped SXE 364, running Anarchy tunes. What should I upgrade to get the most out of turbo? Also, thoughts on Anarchy tunes. Anarchy does a really, really good job. We've been working with those guys for a while. Hope to get them on the website soon. What should I upgrade to get the most out of turbo? I hope, obviously, you're running the lift pump. I think that's going to be another one. The intercoolers on those trucks are very efficient. You might do piping if you want to move a little bit more air, possibly a grid heater delete if you don't live in a really cold climate. That's going to get you a little bit more flow at the intake. So a couple of the things to look at right there. The 364 should be a really, really good charger for where you at with just tuning. So I think you're right there where you need to be, man. Colton Conklin, if you says you're running a 10 mil CP3 and decide you want to go bigger and add dual CP3 setup, do you have to run another 10 mil? No, you can totally run another stock pump, Colin. You can totally run another stock pump on top of that and be fine, man. I got an 88 GM62 with 400,000 miles on it, still humming along. Why do people dog them so much? I'm from Alaska and it's never given me any issues. Michael, that's a really, really good question. I think the biggest thing, and I don't know if this is a region thing, I don't know if you just got a good one. I don't know if you've done a rebuild on the motor, but most of the 6.2s around here really got a bad name because the crank's breaking. They break the damn crank off, and it was funny when we started having crank breaks inside of Duramaxes. Everybody's like, oh, it's the same damn thing with the 6.2s, blah, blah, blah. That's one of the things that we see the most down here was crank breakage, is why the 6.2s got the baddest name. James Venning, LSU or Bama. I am absolutely 1,000% the biggest LSU fan in the world this weekend. My Coach O impression is absolutely spot on. Go Tigers. Nobody is rooting for LSU harder than I am right now. If Kentucky wins, when Kentucky wins, we want to make sure that we're playing LSU in the SEC championship because you know what? We just need to shake up right now. This is not the Paul Feinbaum show. Not a bunch of Alabama fans are calling in here yipping and yapping, da-da-da-da. You know what? Congrats to Alabama. They're great. They're the best. They are what everybody aspires to be. But you know what? We want to watch something different. We want to watch the University of Kentucky and Louisiana State University Tigers play for the SEC championship. And with that, you know what? I'm going to give the bottle of Power Shot away to James Venning for the LSU and Bama question. Thank you so much for watching that. And I've got to go through my spiel here that Adam writes out for me every day. First off, I want to say, again, we talk about this all the time here, and I hate this. We really, really honestly have got to work on getting everybody to just love one another, man. These shootings and stuff, it's a bad deal. Yeah. A lady from YouTube has asked a question. Just wonder if anyone makes a lift pump for the L5P or maybe some type of extra filtration system. I know it's important to keep constant pressure coming from the tank to the CP4. I had lift pumps on all my trucks before, and I just picked up this L5P 2 weeks ago. Stay safe. Also, do they make a fuel screensaver? I saw Jason WC Fab video 4 for the LML. Well, it works on these L5Ps. Once again, awesome show. Victoria, thank you so much for the kind words. First off, the cascade, or not the cascade valve, but the FCA screen, that is not out for the L5Ps yet. Different pump between it and the LMLs. This is a Denso pump on these trucks, so they don't have that yet. Now, lift pumps, the L5P, everybody knows that's the only Duramax that actually got the lift pump. I guess there's a van that's got it too, but the L5P does have a lift pump in it. We do not have an upgraded lift pump for that yet, but I know everybody's working really, really hard to get that. So thank you to Victoria for that question. Stay with the filtration you've got. Just make sure you change that you change the injectors or change the fuel filter quite a bit as often as you need to. Free NBRP tip with their net series, what we call it. Bullet Dog has got a nice rebate going on. SCT's got a really nice rebate going on that launch day. Smarty and Race Me have got 10% off their tuners going all the way through December 31st. So you Dodge guys, if you all were thinking about Smarty or Race Me, right now is the time to buy them. That sale is going to be the same sale that we've got going through Black Friday. So if you're not doing you any good to wait to Black Friday to see if you're going to get more off of it, the deal is locked in. Here it is. Get it now. I gave the power shot away already, Adam. Again, like you guys said, if I missed your question, I know I missed a lot of questions today. All you guys got to do is call in. We'll answer them. Send us Facebook messages. We answer Facebook messages all the time, day and night. We're all the time fooling around on there, so definitely check us out. Everybody try to be a good American. Everybody just try to love one another and just try to spread, do something good for somebody out there. If you see somebody that's out there that you just know that it's just not right, man, reach out to them. See if there's something you can do for them. So do something good in their life and maybe change their attitude. So God bless America. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week. Sorry about all the technical issues this week.